Have you ever looked at a crowded room and felt absolutely nothing? No fear of missing out. No urge to jump in. Just a strong desire to be literally anywhere else? In a world that screams, more is better, having no friends can feel like a red flag. Society looks at a loner and thinks, are they broken? Are they antisocial? Is there something off? But here's the truth that psychology rarely talks about. Being alone doesn't mean you're a failure. In fact, it might mean your brain is operating on a completely different frequency. For many of us, a normal, social life doesn't feel like a party. It feels like a chore. It feels draining, shallow, and sometimes totally unnecessary. If you've gone long periods without a squad, it's not because you're failing at life. There are deep, fascinating psychological reasons why your mind chooses solitude over a crowd. Let's dive into why your brain might be your own best friend. First up, you have a zero-tolerance policy for fake people. Think about it. Does the idea of sitting through a lunch with someone who gossips, manipulates, or performs a character sound like actual torture? Psychology tells us that as we become more self-aware, our tolerance for inauthentic behavior drops off a cliff. Most social circles are built on performances. Smiling to faces, talking behind backs, wearing masks to fit in. But your brain? It's got a built-in lie detector. You pick up on those hidden motives and tiny manipulations instantly. You aren't being mean or difficult. You're protecting your peace. You'd rather be 100% alone than spend 5 minutes with a 10% version of someone else. Reason number 2, you're a depth diver in a world of puddle jumpers. People without friends aren't necessarily avoiding people, they're avoiding shallow people. Research shows that individuals with deeper thinking patterns naturally prefer quality over quantity. You know that "how's the weather?" or "how's work?" talk. To you, that feels like static noise. It's draining because nobody is actually listening. You want to talk about the big stuff. Psychology, what drives human nature, why we're here, and what makes life meaningful. If a connection doesn't have substance, you simply won't engage. You're waiting for something real. And in a world of surface-level clicks, real is a rare find. Now let's talk biology. Did you know some people are just born with a more sensitive nervous system? Psychology calls this high social sensitivity. For most people, a party is like a charging station. They get energy from the noise. But for you, every conversation is an app running in the background of your brain, draining your battery. You don't just hear people. You process information deeply. You're picking up on emotional cues, analyzing body language, and reading between the lines of every sentence. That takes massive amounts of energy. After a social event, you don't just want a nap, you need complete, total solitude to reset. You conserve your social energy because you know it's a limited resource. It's not that you hate people, it's that you value your internal balance too much to waste it. Reason 4 is a superpower disguised as a trait: independence. A lot of people need friends to feel okay. They need likes, comments, and good jobs to feel valid. But you might have what psychologists call low social dependency. You can entertain yourself. You can solve your own problems. You find comfort inside your own mind rather than in a crowd. While others are busy collecting acquaintances like Pokemon cards, you are being selective. Your standards for who gets access to your personal space are incredibly high. It's not distance, it's discernment. You aren't lonely, you're curated. Finally, we have to talk about the past. Many people who walk alone have a trust threshold. Maybe you were betrayed. Maybe you were neglected as a kid. Or maybe you were just surrounded by the wrong people for too long. Psychology shows that once your trust is broken, your brain develops a protective shield. You don't just let people in anymore. You observe. You wait. You've been burned before, and your brain is a fast learner. It's not paranoia, it's wisdom. You've raised the bar because you know exactly what happens when you let the wrong person over the fence. So, here's the bottom line. If you have few friends, or none at all, stop telling yourself there's something wrong with you. It actually means your mind works with more awareness, more sensitivity, and much higher standards. You have a richer inner world than most people could ever imagine. Sometimes, the people with the strongest minds and the deepest souls have to walk alone for a while. It's not a sentence, it's a journey. If you want more psychology videos that explain your personality in ways school never bothered to, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button right now, because our next video might just reveal something about yourself you've never realized.